Hello! It is practically week 7. Can't believe I've been here for 7 weeks. That's really crazy. So my time so far. To be honest, I've been having a pretty rough go of it. Um, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's my probably no, it is the longest time I've been away from home. Over 2 months, which doesn't really college doesn't count, of course, because Ambrose turned into my home. So for the first time, am experiencing homesickness, and that was a completely new feeling to me. I did not understand it at all, or know how to handle it. And, of course, I'll just be hit with the fact that, holy crap, seeing tweets, my friends are all going back to school soon, they're going to be at Ambrose, and, I'm not going to be there. So it's a little bittersweet because, of course, I'm in Argentina, and that's super awesome, but all my friends are in good old Davenport or, graduated or something. So it's just been kind of like this realization like, okay, yeah, I did this, it's happened, and you're starting to feel this thing called homesickness where you actually miss people and you miss the dog food smell of Davenport. Not really. But you just miss the familiarity of home, and it's been hard. But I will tell you that I have 3 classes in Spanish, and there's the moments that make it all worth it, all the hard. I've had a hard couple weeks, and um, yesterday at dinner, I was having a conversation with my host mom, and I was understanding what she was saying, and I felt like I was actually speaking decent Spanish, and I felt like we were having a conversation, words were coming to me and I was talking, and you get that moment where you realize I am speaking and communicating in another language, and it's just really cool. It's I mean, if you've never really learned another language, maybe you wouldn't understand, but from the first time I started learning Spanish, I just had this need and this strong desire to know more, and I want to be fluent. I want to know this language, and it's just so cool being here and using this language every day. And you're this is more than I've ever spoke Spanish. And you start to understand stuff, and I sit in class, and I get about 60 to 80% of what's going on in class, and being able to raise my hand and communicate ideas back to the professor, and being correct about something. It's just it's such a good feeling, such a feeling of accomplishment. It's been 7 weeks, and I could finally hold an intelligent conversation. I'm not talking like a third grader anymore. Well, sometimes I still am, but it's nice to actually participate actively in a conversation and feel like you know what you're talking about. And it was just such a good feeling. And we were just talking about what our living situation is like in the States, and our host mom always corrects me whenever I say something wrong, but she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're speaking so much better," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." And it's such a good feeling. And at that moment, when I was talking and I was telling the story, and I was speaking quickly, surely not as quickly as the fluent people speak, but more quickly than I normally do. I was yeah, practically a porteno. Or the other day, by the other day I mean yesterday, I was I was on the subte, and I was talking to Raquel, and we found that when we're speaking in English, other people in English flock to us, and so this guy was all frantic looking, was "Oh my gosh, how do you get to Plaza de Italia?" And Raquel and I both told him where to go, and we knew exactly where he was going, and then we both just kind of laughed because he said Plaza de Italia and it's Plaza Italia, and we are oh, he'll learn, it's been there, done that, we've been here, it's just cool because I'm starting to see how I'm starting to become a part of the Argentine culture, and not just a bystander participating in. I'm starting to understand why this is done this way, or why this happens, or I'm starting to things that once were strange to me are just now my normal part of life. And it's even got to the point, I was talking to my brother the other day, sometimes things from the US seem weird to me. Like I saw a penny for the first time the other day and I was like for the not for the first time, but like for the first time since, 7 weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I forgot what a penny looked like or like American money, like who knows what that is? I don't know." It's just funny. And I was thinking about like the last time I drove a car, like over 7 weeks, like just things like that that were once a part of my daily life that aren't anymore, and now the things that are a part of my daily life, like they seem normal now, not like weird or strange or foreign. Like I don't know, it's just cool. Like I'm becoming part of the culture. So it's been a hard, rough road, but those moments of clarity are when I feel just like in Argentine, like that's what makes it all worth it. So I just thought I'd update you guys on that, and thanks for watching and thanks for supporting me on my crazy adventure.